You
What's happening,
Oh,
guys?
here he is.
What's
You
happening?
good?
Yeah, all good on yourself?
Connection's a bit. Yeah, it's fine. I think connection will sort itself out. Yeah, we're not going to do the traditional boring stuff that's been
Too
going
long,
on.
mate, innit? No, that's sweet.
How
That's
many have you
sweet.
done?
I've been mad on them, to be fair. I've had I must have done about 9, 10, just recently, and then obviously I had all the ones I had at the start when I first signed. Yeah, I've been
Hmm.
mad. So yeah, I can't complain, can I? That's what everyone wants. So yeah, it's been good.
Obviously, a tricky start if you want to say to your professional career. You haven't turned over, but I'm guessing you were due to on the Joyce de Bois card.
Yeah, it wasn't. We was talking that it was looking like that could have been my debut, if not my first public appearance, and then going out like a month later on another big show. But it would definitely have been good to like without this coronavirus being here, be able to go to that show and just make me appearance in front of people. It would have, yeah,
Hmm.
it would have been good. But they're saying it's still going to happen, but I reckon behind closed doors now.
What's this story that you keep putting up? Yeah, obviously, Big John related to your name. Yeah, but did you find that, or is that Sam's idea? You
What's
know
that,
that's
Big John?
yeah, you know that song you put when you're working out. You always
Yeah,
put up Big
yeah, yeah.
John.
No, I'll tell you what that was. My granddad, it's sung by an old cowboy singer, Jimmy Dean, and it was like what old travelling men used to listen to, and it was just happened to be. I was told my name was John, and then everyone was like, "You Big John, have you ever heard the song?" And then just from the start, my granddad was the one who showed me it, and yeah, he showed me, and it just works, doesn't it? It goes.
Definitely does. So what? Obviously, we've seen a lot of traveller boxers recently reach for fantastic heights. None other than Billy Joe Saunders, Andy Lee, Tyson Fury. These must be inspirations for you, John. Surely.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Andy Lee, what he's achieved is unreal. Even like what he's doing now, going on to the coaching side of things, he's proven himself, and he's yeah. And tell you what it is with Andy Lee, I think he's got a bit of a. I know someone big to compare himself to, but he's got a bit of a similar style to myself. He's a southpaw. I don't know. I just rate him. I rate everything about Andy Lee. Billy Joe the same. Like obviously beat Andy Lee. Had a great career. Hopefully got this Canelo fight will sort out, and he'll go and smash that. And then you got the main man himself, Tyson Fury, on King of the World at the moment, isn't he? He's taking over.
You're a bit of a freak, aren't you, in terms of your height and
Some people
what
say
are you
that.
6'3"? I want to say
6'5",
6'5".
6'5", big old lanky
17-year-old.
fella. I know it's mad, isn't it? It's unreal, and I'm still super middleweight. So I'm doing 76.2 minute on the scales.
Do you think you'll have to go up to light heavyweight one day?
Yeah, 100%. It's got to be happening. I want to hold super middle for my debut at least, and I'll do that with the right nutrition and that. But the way I'm going, it's like I'm in a fucking greenhouse so much. It's ridiculous, mate. Honestly, it's like 1 minute I'm 80 kilo, next minute I'm 85. I'm shooting up by the second.
Is that
But
family related, the height? Yeah.
yeah. My granddad, he was like 80. My great granddad, he was about 86 when he died, and he was 6'4". So yeah, after even having a bit of shrinking, do you know what I mean? Big man, wasn't he?
Let's see who's in. Tom Little's in.
Man like
Tom
Tom.
Little. Shane Watson. Yeah, all these boys that you know. Someone's put specimen.
Who put specimen? What's specimen mean?
No, like we know we're saying the height and the age
Oh
you're
yeah,
at,
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah,
unit, like a beast.
yeah. My man Robster then.
That's going to be a massive advantage, surely, when you're going up against other super middleweights.
Yeah, you look at Callum Smith, how he's been taking his opponents out,
Mm.
and I'm taller than him again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not one to say I've found my man strength because I haven't yet. But when it all kicks in, I'll be a light heavyweight at least. But for now, I'm that big. I can be on my toes, boxing that back foot, come forward when I have to, and I'll still be strong. The size of me, you're naturally strong. But,
Oh, super middleweights just joined the chat.
yeah, old John Doggy, what's happening, cuz? No, it was class. I was talking to him just before I turned with Sam, just talking about going over like Matchroom and that, get a bit of sparring and yeah, John's spot on. Some fighter he is as well. Do you know what I mean? He's proved himself already. I think he'll have a big year this year, John will.
He's another one, tall for the weight, banging
He is,
people
isn't
out.
he? Yeah, he's big at the weight, and he's not boxing though, is he? He's having a fight, having a tear up, and getting them out there.
Is that what you'll be doing?
I will have a fight, Omar, if I have to. Even in the amateurs, I was always big at the weight then, and I boxed, but I gave count of eight to most boys. Every fight I've won near enough, I've gave a count of eight to. It's a bit inside. You hit him with a good shot, you're going to go again and try to finish him off. And I think it's only going to happen better in these pros because you've got smaller gloves and you can step on these fellas. Do you know what I mean? As soon as you rough them up, give it to them, and then hopefully the old referee jumps in if you don't put them down.
Tell you what, a massive advantage his ability and talent. If he was 4,
If he was 4 foot, it'd still win fights.
right.
Tom. No, yeah, I don't just rely on my height. He's right there. When Tom, what was I like at that Arlo? When I was at that Arlo show, honestly, I had my hand at my waist against a top boy, another good boy, and I was just enjoying it. I was like trying to give it the old Muhammad Ali, giving it the shuffles in the ring, the lot, mate. Honestly, I was proper going for it. But no, look, yeah, it was a good performance.
You're a big fan of him, aren't you? I see on your Twitter you always post him. I'm a massive fan of his as well.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Not many people talk about him no more, do they? They all just like
Cool.
give
Just
him more
came in. Sorry,
abuse.
go on.
No, they don't really talk to him no more. Like talk about him no more. They all just like leave him to what he is and that. But I think he's unreal, mate. He's still the greatest. I know. Like, listen, I think Fury's over. If someone who gets beat, I understand that, and they say, "How can you call him the greatest?" and that. But he done some stories, didn't he? He's a bit of outside. He's like what Tyson's doing and all, and he's got a bit of personality to him and all.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I think he's fair.
I think he missed the prime of his career as well. So the fact that he missed 3 or 4 years due to being in jail, and that was his prime years.
And that
That's
was his
scary.
prime years. And people don't realise that. And he come out of that, and he was still unreal, wasn't he?
Could you imagine if he was around today? Like, obviously with social media, like TVs, it's much easier to become a star. And he was the most famous person in the world then. So
yeah, he'd do unreal. He'd end up being something like the prime minister after he'd won the world title, because everyone thought he was God at the time, didn't they?
Exactly.
He got too much respect, but it was good on him.
Tell John to sort them curtains out, Oscar.
Oscar just wishes he was doing this interview right now, doesn't he? That's
It was bing bang straight into it. I don't know. Tom's having a conversation with himself. Who out the current professionals do you know well, like through boxing?
Through box. So what, like bigger names or just anyone?
Yeah. Do you get on with many people like who are professional right now?
Only through sparring, I suppose you could say. Boys up the peacock, like James Branch. You got Denzel Bentley, Umar Sadiq. Them boys there. If I see them at a show, they're straight over to me. Obviously, Dennis grew up with Dennis in Repton, so Dennis McCann, another one. Henry Turner is probably my best mate, so another one. He's only had 2 fights, I know, but he's always run me place in that. There's a few, but that Peacock bunch I'd say is my main lot who I stay close with, and then of course Danny Dignam. He's basically a cousin to me. Been on holiday with him a lot, so. And he's having it at the moment, isn't he? 13-0, 7 knockouts. He's smashing it out there.
Well, Dennis and Henry Turner obviously are touted, as potential future of the sport, especially Dennis. And now you're right in that mix as well. And it's weird to say that because you haven't had your professional debut yet, but just going off your amateurs, signed with Sam already. So it looks like you and Dennis could be the future of the sport, John.
That's what I'm buzzing about. I see Billy Joe when you interviewed him the other day. First thing he said was obviously he was saying about me coming through and me and Dennis taking over the scene. I think that's unreal, and Dennis has already proved himself. I don't know how many has he had now? 6,
7, 6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 or 7, and he's smashing it. So as soon as I make my debut, hopefully it'll be me, and it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Not 2 boys who was mates in the amateurs going through to the pros and smashing the pros and all. So.
Traveller boys as well.
Travelling boys as well, so we'll stick together in that, don't we? So, yeah, buzzing for that, to be fair. Hopefully, all works out and me and him will push through and be having it.
How old is he now? 18?
Yeah, he might be 19. I think he's a year
12,
and a bit on me. Yeah, I know, it's mad, eh? 3 foot nothing. He's got a man's head, though. See him, he's had a man's head since a baby. Dennis knew he's had a vision on him like anything. He knew what he was doing. Take yourself out the gym on his own from 12. It was unreal.
He's married now, which is mad.
Yeah, got himself all settled off. Yeah, he's sorted, isn't it? Old Adam Mohammed. Yeah, another class fighter he is, I was on the England team with him. We went to we've had some last year with Ukraine and all that. Another class fighter.
Jack Fletcher. Champ. Yeah.
Something, bruv.
Exciting times. I agree. Whereabouts are you based then, John?
My place is, Stansted Airport.
Yeah.
It's Essex. It's borderline Essex. It's literally I can walk to the airport from where I'm at. It's a little village called little village called Takeley, right near Bishop Stortford and that. And
Any
yeah,
fighters
yeah.
come from there before?
Nah, I've got to be. I think I'm the only bit of face in that area. I think it's all right. It's all right for me, innit? I'm having it off in that bit, but yeah, it's got a couple of good rugby players. It's got a decent old football team, but as far as boxing goes, my dad used to open a club down there. And he done. It's new. You can't make what's not there. Do you know what I mean? It's in the wrong area. It's too many. It's all posh boys and all this. They're not fighters, to be honest anymore. No, not
John
fighters.
Hedges, class fighter, will do well. That's a Denzel Bentley.
Thank you, Denzel. Appreciate it, bruv. Yeah, he's got some serious. See, I'll be truthful. When I was getting even in the amateurs, when we was like getting ready for the Europeans and everything, he was my main sparring partner. I couldn't get no sparring in the gym, and he's class. He's the most
Denzel's a very good
awkward.
fighter.
Yeah, he's awkward, but he's powerful and all. And he's middleweight. He's boxing 72. I was walking in that gym 78, 79. So it was a lot. There was a fair bit of weight difference. But yeah, and he's class. He's good, very good fighter.
John, I'm sure the two main promoters in this country are going to be looking at you. That's a given. I know you're not going to say which one you're swaying to at the moment, but have you thought about, the potential of Frank Warren Eddie coming in for you? Must have played on
Yeah,
your mind.
yeah. It's always in your head who you're going to sign with and that. But listen, they're two top promoters, and I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I think they're both very good at what they do. Look, listen, they've proved themselves, and they both got cracking fighters even to this day. One's got Tyson, one's got Joshua. It's all going off. You can't. I don't think you can go wrong getting picked up by either of them. So yeah, and you're going to prefer some for certain things. It's good and bad in both. But yeah, fingers crossed. Sam's got big ideas. Sam. So yeah, just see what works out. I'm buzzing when it all goes through.
Why Sam as well as your management?
I think because he's a bit. I wouldn't like to sound a mouthpiece or anything, or a bit like bubbly and all that. But he's a bit like he's just a bit more like me than the other. Others. I didn't want to have the same manager and a promoter. I always wanted to go with someone different. Don't know why. I always had it in my head that I was going to have a promoter and a manager, two separate from each other. It just makes you a bit more free and another set of heads to go to for a bit of advice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've got the same one, you're stuck in there. They're only going to tell you the same thing. If you've got a manager somewhere else, he's going to tell you from the outside view.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to do that. And then when he got in contact with me, he's in at the moment. He's right at the peak of boxing. Obviously, he's got loads of great fighters, and he's stable. He's got nine fighters in his stable, and all class. So yeah, I thought I'll slip myself right in there. He come and looked. He obviously showed his interest. Went down and met him in his office, him and Adam, and yeah, it was just good. It all seemed to work out. All worked out fine. Do you know what I mean? It was all sweet.
Yeah, I agree. You need a different manager and a promoter because promoters' interests are only going to go one way for you, and the manager's interests go two ways for you. If you know what I'm talking about there.
Exactly. You just said that, and that's like you got your financial side, you got your publicity side, you got everything going on, but the manager's job at the end of the day is to make money from you. As much as they want to do good for your future, they need to earn money themselves. The only way they're going to earn money is if you're earning money. So they're looking from that outside view. If you've got the same manager and promoter, whatever way they're making money, aren't they? They're putting you on. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's the way I look at it. It's nice to have another set of eyes, another head outside of your promotion.
To be fair, it seems like you already realise it's not just about what you produce in the ring, but you're quite
Business.
aware. Yeah.
It's business now, and I think you got to keep your publicity up, keep your sponsors, keep your bit of fans, and yeah, it's important.
Yeah, smart lad knows the score. Someone said. What's happening, boys?
Thanks,
James
Rob.
Hawley's on.
What's happening, James? What's happening, cuz?
Do you know James well? Yeah.
Yeah. James was at he's been at I'm trying to think. He was at Rumbles. Do you know what it is? He's just being at the same amateurs and boys like James. You'd end up, you just made a mate just from being in the same things as him. You'd go to the Aaron Gate Box Cup, he's boxing, you're boxing. Go to the championships, he's boxing, you're boxing. And that sort of thing. You all just make mates with each other.
Yeah.
But no, James is spot on.
Yeah, he's in that FIFA tournament. You should have. Oh no, you got an Xbox, haven't you?
Yeah, I got an Xbox. I was entering that. I was buzzing for that. I thought I'm gonna have it. I ain't a bad little player, am I?
Really?
Yeah, I might have wiped you out.
What do you do apart from FIFA then? What do you get up to like outside of boxing?
Outside of boxing, doing a bit of training, bit of work. I'm not gonna lie,
Outside
do a
of
bit.
boxing.
Outside of box, all right, outside. Yeah, just working. I do a bit of work. Going out obviously when coronavirus ain't on. I'm not going out drinking and partying, but I'll go out with my bird or whatever. Bit of shopping, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Just chill yourself out. But if not, to be fair, since I've turned pro, only because this coronavirus, I was working 5 days a week, so
What
it
was he
weren't
doing?
really. I was doing a chippy apprenticeship carpenter, so I was working on building sites and just doing a bit of that. It was more labour work than it was carpentry, to be honest with you. And then my dad's got a business in where I live. The yard where I live in, we work out of and all, called Hedges Lawns. So I was just doing a bit with that as well. And yeah, it was just full-time graft.
Fair enough, fair enough. Do you think, like, as you progress, that ain't going to be a problem, like distractions outside the ring, etc.?
Nah, I've always, to be honest, I've always been quite good with that. I've got a bit of social outside, but they're all fair. All my like close mates are all boxers as well, so they all know just drinking and doing all them things. Do you know what I mean? And just fucking about. And yeah, it's quite. I'm quite lucky like that. I ain't got too many. And in my area, to be honest, there's nothing going on. There's not a
Apart from the
thing going.
airport.
Yeah, apart from the airport, there's not a thing going on in my little area. So yeah, it's good for that. It's good for that.
Do you want to always live there, or are you thinking of moving into like more into central London?
You know, I like it. You know, I do like where
Yeah,
I'm at. It's all countryside. As you're 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and you can get into London, like Westfield side. You can get straight into there, and then you're only half an hour away from Cambridge. So you're in the middle,
yeah.
which is quite nice. You've got both little areas. So yeah, I'm happy where I'm at. But I think if I was in the town or a big town or in the city, I think I'd be a nightmare, to be honest. I'm quite happy to be a bit tame down there.
I'm always over there, hate coursing.
Over there, hair coursing. I think yeah, hair coursing. Yeah,
Hair,
it's not
oh,
bad. It's,
hair.
it's not bad, Tom, is it? It's all right down that way. He's just baited himself on the live now, Tom has. Getting locked up next week.
Chris has put a question in: top three pound for pound boxers.
Oh, go on, Omar. Go on, you go. Who do you reckon that?
Me,
Yeah.
I think he's got it bang on. Apart from Canelo, I put Lomachenko,
Y-
Crawford, Canelo.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Ino. Yeah, you're right there, because he ain't really been tested enough yet, has he? He's
Yeah,
had
no, I
he's had
haven't. No.
cracking wins. I'm not going to say his record's unreal, but I don't know. Canelo's fought everyone, hasn't he?
Yeah, I did think Golovkin beat him in the first fight, but then
I did. I
oh,
put a bet on it, didn't I? I thought
was it?
Golovkin. I put Canelo for the first fight, and then I see it, and Golovkin looked the better one. So then when they had the rematch, I thought, yeah, fuck it, straight on, £60 Golovkin, and Canelo smashed him, didn't
Yeah. And then when he went up to light heavyweight and knocked out Kovalev, you just had to put him in like top three for me.
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
How can you do that? Go from as small as what he was straight into light heavy
So like,
to one
yeah.
of the best. Really, Kovalev was unreal, wasn't he? That like fights he gave Andre Ward, the first one, and that
Yeah, I thought he'd be
unbelievable,
Andre
wasn't
Wall the first fight. Yeah.
it? The first fight, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
too close.
Very
So
close. Yeah.
yeah, and Canelo made him look too average. So yeah,
Who do you
good.
look at now in terms of the top 10 pound for pound? Like, do you watch anyone and think, yeah, like I'll take a bit from him?
The ones I take is Canelo, to be honest.
That was it.
Yeah, I do think Canelo's class, and the way he fights is but I'm a bit more with the old school fighters. Like, I do like watching. I'm into all the heavyweights, even though I'm completely different. Like even people like Rocky Marciano, you couldn't get no further away from me. Do you know what I mean? He's small at the weight, big and strong, and hit like an horse. But I like watching them, and they're the top, and you still can learn from them, even though they're completely different from you. You can still learn bits from them. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, I like Canelo, like the look of him. Who else would I say? There's loads of good pound for
What
pounds.
about the old school then? Because I watch more of that as well, to be honest.
Old school, I'd say heavyweights, to watch, Rocky Marciano, Jack Dempsey, James J. Corbett. That's who I'm named after, so I've got to have a bit of watching of him, and I. Yeah, I'd say them three for the heavyweights. But then you can't say the people like Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard. They're unreal to watch, aren't they? The way they flow is unbelievable. But yeah, I love all them, to be honest with you. Yeah. John, when do you think you will have your debut, George Mitchell?
Can't tell, can we? To be honest, and it
There's
probably won't
not.
be with fans, which was going to be a bit of a shame for you. But
It's going to be a shame, but we was talking about that on the last interview I've done, and I think if you're behind closed doors, so obviously no one's going to be watching. This is going to be on telly or whatever, so you're going to get your TV slot, and
yeah,
then your second fight becomes your debut, basically, doesn't it? Everyone who wants to come and see your fight, that'll be the first time they'll be able to do it. So it just turns your second one into your debut.
yeah.
Well, you'd hope anyway, wouldn't you? You'd hope.
I'm sure you're going to be a big ticket seller, though.
I sell a fair few. I say I sell a fair few. I ain't been proved yet, but I'd like to think when it comes to the time, I'll sell a good number. But there's no telling with this. Do you know what it is with this coronavirus? People are struggling to earn a living now. It's just knocking everyone back. And how dear are these tickets going to be when it starts back up? If you're on a big bill, don't know, do you? It could knock everything for six. I don't know.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's true. And the fact that I don't know how like people are going to be reluctant to go to arenas, like even when they say you can, are people want to go? Oh, 20,000 people, like I don't know.
Exactly. Who's gonna? And that's the problem, isn't it? As soon as it does open up, how long is it going to take for people to want to actually go? I know the diehard fans, they wouldn't care if they died at a venue, but like just normal living people, it's different. I know my lot. Listen, they're not been the most panicked, but they are taking it serious. They ain't going in big crowds. They're keeping away from like the big Tesco's as much as you can, going to the little ones.
Yeah,
it's rough, isn't it? What's been happening? It is dangerous. 600 people a day near enough, isn't it? But what can you do? You just got to be grateful for what you got, and I suppose.
how deep's boxing in your family then, John?
Oh, fanatics, Omar. Absolute fanatics. Everyone in my family near enough boxed. My dad started off. He had 616. Didn't do too much. Just couldn't hold the weight. Was a bit of a fat fella. But my brother then boxed. He won a fair few London titles in the amateurs. Beat a couple of good boys. Beat Tyler Goodjohn in the amateurs. He did.
Oh yeah.
Boxed Liam Cameron, Joe Hughes. Couple of names. Always in the same weight as Callum Smith as it goes. Never got to fight him, thank God, because I think my brother would have got killed. But always in the same weight as him. And he done a fair bit. So then, because of that, my granddad's always been around him. My granddad is, seeing the amateurs, he's probably the most known person. Every gym, every show, people come up to him, and he gets a lot of respect. My granddad does, and I'm obviously named after him. So it's quite nice actually. And it's just mad in our life. My dad's a trainer now, so when we're at home, we're training 24/7. Yeah, it's eat, sleep, box, repeat. To be honest with you.
Let me give you some quick fire questions. Yeah.
Go on, let's do it.
All right. Headline in London or Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Yeah. Is that the dream though? Las Vegas one day.
Las Vegas is my dream. Get me out to Vegas, MGM, Madison Square Garden, like anywhere. Just get me on one. That's got to be anyone's dream. See you a big picture of yourself on one of them billboards right outside. That's unreal. And it's got to be the dream. Like, tell you who inspired me a bit with that. You know, Rocky Fielding.
Yeah.
When he went out there, like he
Canelo,
was just for the Canelo fight. He said, "Who would have
No,
thought?"
that was at Madison Square. That was in New York, wasn't it? But
yeah, that was in New York. But just he said about it, didn't he? It was a big billboard up with him.
Yeah.
And he said, "Who would have thought?" He said, 2-3 years ago, he said, "I was doing nothing with my career. I was just working and playing with the sport, and now I'm here in New York looking at a billboard and my big old head's on the screen." So that's what. And he's a good fighter. He's good. He's not. I don't think he's unbelievably like world class, but he got himself there, didn't he?
He did. That's the main thing. And he would have never have thought that he would have got there, even like a couple of months before that fight was announced or whatever. So
yeah,
you can't like that has got to be in your head. Like I know you're just starting out, but you've got to set the bar high as possible.
Yeah, of course. And look, listen, we got Vianello on our team, Simon top rank. I'd love to get on an undercard of one of them builds. Imagine that on your fourth or fifth fight out in Vegas or New York. But that's cracking still, isn't it? What an experience.
His birthday today, wasn't it?
Was it his birthday? Yeah, it was actually.
Guido.
Yeah, it was his birthday. Yeah, Guido's birthday today.
Guido's birthday, yeah.
He's a beast though, isn't he? He can move for an heavyweight.
He is. Yeah. I've seen him spar Joseph Parker in Vegas.
That go.
Good work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I'm obviously gonna say it was good work.
You can't put yourself.
Yeah, and Joseph's a very good fighter. So.
Oh no, good on him. He's only had 6 fights, isn't he? So. cracking.
Yeah, no. 7-year-old started boxing. All right. I think that's for you, John. But
Would you look at my page and tell me what you think? Yeah, no worries, Benny. I'll give it a look. Just give me a text message, a DM, and yeah, I'll give it a look for you. Yeah, Sam
main
Jones
man's
is
in
on
the
the
house.
scene.
Yeah, boy,
There we go.
us.
What's happening, Sam? Nothing.
It's a shame you can't do free on a chat, innit?
Yeah, on the Instagram, that's what we were saying that the other day. You know, chuck us all in here. You have like a proper, keep it on a live video so people can chucking questions in. But
That's what I
it's
mean.
been better.
Yeah.
We have to sort a Zoom thing out, Omar. We'll have to get one of them
I
going.
said to Sam, put all his fighters in one Zoom. So you,
Oh,
Joe, Guido,
all talking together,
LeBron.
didn't you? And just a bit.
Yeah.
It's like a bit in the stable and that.
What's he put?
Omar goes. Yeah, where are you getting these fresh trims from, Omar? Eh?
Me. I've done it.
Yeah. Look, that's too fresh. That's too slick. Omar, the boy. Omar, break the rules, Omar. You're getting some stick now.
What was we doing? Oh, we was doing quick fire questions, weren't we? We were doing
Yep.
quick fire. Yeah. All right. Lads holiday or like a holiday with the missus? You've got to say probably with the, you can't say.
Yeah. I've got. Oh, well, yeah. I've had a few.
Thinking
good
about it.
Yeah. I've had a few good ones, but that's enough now. It's in the past. So yeah, holiday with the missus.
You're only
Would be the one.
17 though. You know.
Yeah, I know, but I was no 18 now, aren't I? I'm a man
you're
now,
18.
Omar. Let me tell you, I had a beard the other day as well. So no, to be honest with you, I was quite like nowhere I was this tall. I was going about all my mates were older boys anyway. Fake ID and since the age of 15, to be honest. So I'd done all my clubbing and shit like that when I was that age. So that's what I mean half the time. I don't really feel like I'm missing out because these boys who ain't turned 18 yet never hit a nightclub, and I'd done my first one when I was 15. So it was like I know obviously I weren't old enough to be there, but I was living the same life anyway. It was quite so yeah. I don't feel like I'm missing out that much. Lucky one, wasn't
Chocolate or crisp, man?
I? Crisp and dip. Yeah, crisp
Yeah.
and dip. Yeah, 100%. That's me. That's a big guilty pleasure of mine. Big bag of crisps, classic dip, on the go all night. Yeah.
Do you give yourself like a day, maybe like once a month, where you just eat anything?
Today's that day, to be honest. I've been around my lot.
Today's that day,
Yeah,
and tomorrow, and the day after.
Yeah, had a barbecue today a lot. Day off training and that. Yeah, I'll tell you what I do. I do one day a week, not pig out, but away from eating too clean. So tomorrow back eating. It's not eating clean as if I'm fighting, but eating just easing off. No sweets, no chocolate, no crisps, none of that shit. Just having three good meals a day.
Yeah.
And then I've one day a week when I can have a bit of chocolate and things like that. And then one day a month when it's off this coronavirus, go out and have a nice bit of food and do what you want to do.
I'm trying to think quick. I don't know. What's your Netflix go to at the moment?
Netflix go to. I just watched a good one, Caliphate. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
No.
it's a good series.
Good, yeah?
Yeah.
American or English?
I'll tell you what it is. It's Swedish. It's about
Swedish?
Yeah, it's about ISIS and everything.
Oh,
And,
right, yeah.
It's
I think
basically
I've seen that pop up.
Yeah.
I've seen that pop up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good one. It's about it's Swedish. It's all subtitled, but what it is as well, it's like voiceover. It's an English voice. So it looks like they're talking English,
Oh,
but
it's
it
dubbed.
is dubbed. Yeah, but it's good.
I don't
dubbed.
like it. Oh, is it?
I'm telling you, it's a good dubbed. Yeah, because I don't like it. Because I don't like when the lips don't move with the words.
Yeah.
But this one's a decent. This is a decent dubbed. Yeah, and yeah, I started that. I got most of it done in a night. I just couldn't stop watching it. Gets you proper into it. That was my go-to. But now I've finished that, I'm giving a bit of Afterlife a go.
Oh, I've seen the first season. I haven't seen the new one.
Just started it. Yeah, just a little bit. Right, what's yours?
Oh, I'm watching Ozark at the moment.
What's it like? I've seen that. I'd like not obviously watched it, but
slow.
a bit slow.
Slow.
Is it?
Have you seen Money Heist? That's the best best series I've seen.
See, that's dubbed as well, though, isn't it?
No, I put it in Spanish and put the subtitles on. I can't do dubbed.
Can't do the
Do you know what I
dub,
mean?
so you put it in
No,
Spanish.
I just-
And is it alright? Is it?
What, the actual series?
Money, yeah, the actual series.
Unreal. Best
I
thing
might
I've
have to give it
seen.
a go,
Yeah.
because everyone's
Give it a
saying
go.
it, isn't it? Everyone's saying
it's
Money
bang.
Heist.
It is unbelievable.
I
Like,
might give it a watch. Yeah, I'll
you'll
give it.
watch, if you do one episode, you'll watch like 10 in a row.
End up watching the whole
So,
thing. I'll give it a go.
yeah.
I'll go give it
Oh
a
yeah,
go
have you
then.
watched Gangs of London? I haven't seen that yet, but everyone's going on
No,
about that.
yeah, me dad's watched it. He said it's proper. It's a bit bloodthirsty, but he said it's good. He said it's a good watch. He said, but the things what
Yeah.
they do on it, he reckons is unreal. But I'd like to see that as it goes. Yeah, it's a bit of me recommend it. All right, nice one, Victoria. Give me that a watch, bruv.
All right, John. Listen, good talking to you, Mush. Good talking to you.
Yeah, thank you, Omar.
Anything you want to add?
Savvy
I'll
boy.
put this obviously on YouTube. Yeah. Anything you want to add?
Yeah. Anything I'd like to add? Shout out to my sponsors, Lioncrest Group, Foxley Group, big help. Kevin Gregory, who helps me. John Probert from ProStone, Jack Louis Barbers, Biosynergy. I'm trying to think now on the spot. Chaos Boxing, best fight gear you'll find. And yeah, I think that's it. Shout out to Sam as always. And yeah, I think that's it, Umar. Thanks for listening, people.
All right, John. Listen, yeah, thanks for your time, and I'm sure talk to you soon. All right. Go on, take it
Yeah,
easy.
nice one, Umar. Take care, mate. God bless. See you later.
See you later.